What's up, Vol fans? Picked up the hitchhiker going down the road. Saw this big orange. I thought it was one of them construction barrels, but it was a good old BVD.
As you can see, we're doing simultaneous videos here. This is Catfish. You guys all know him. If you don't,
Volunteer Roadshow. Check me out. I'm much better looking than this guy. Well, we was going down the road yesterday evening, and Small Vol, our buddy, sent us and let us know that John Ward passed away. And it really, I don't know how many times we said, crap, we just couldn't believe it. We knew it was coming. How old was he? 88, 87?
80, he was up there.
But he was a legend amongst all radio personalities, like BVD said earlier, not just in sports. He was known all over the world. And we grew up, we're old farts, and we grew up in the 70s and 80s and remember listening to him. And you've heard it on the radio all day today. Anybody listens to sports radio in Knoxville, turn down the TV volume and turn up John Ward. And we did that. And some of my first memories of John Ward, and he was just fantastic. And that's a sad day for the university.
I've talked about him countless times in my videos over the 10 years that I've been YouTubing, and the stories are never going to change. It's always going to be the same about John Ward. He was the best. You know, there's other sports teams that will say their guy was the best, and maybe rightfully so, but John Ward was sincerely the best, and he was just the consummate professional. You know, he when he started, I don't know how to describe it because I wasn't there, but when he started in basketball, doing basketball for the University of Tennessee, he didn't have a clue what he was doing, but you didn't know it. You know, he come right out of the box, great. And he started in advertising, if I remember correctly. That was his thing. And then, of course, later in life, I think he was into insurance and all kinds of stuff. He was a very wealthy man, and he gave back. He donated millions to the university, and so there will surely be a statue erected sometime, I'm sure, somewhere on the campus, probably in the broadcasting building. He was talking about last night. I actually, kind of wasn't watching him. I was keeping my head turned because I was like a little baby dropping a few tears over it. He was family, and it was never the same after he left, but
That's a fact.
The only good thing that will come out of this, broadcasting wise, is the fact that now for the next little while we'll be hearing all kinds of John Ward calls on the radio, on TV, on YouTube videos. I'm not going to put any in my video today because there's no point as far as I'm concerned. You know him, you loved him. Just all there was to it. He will be sorely missed.
And we were talking about this, I don't know if it was last night or this morning, but we actually thought he was better at basketball. I liked his basketball call. Bottom.
Yep.
He was fantastic. And some great memories. And I'll always remember one of his last words on air was National Champions clad in big orange.
Yeah.
And we're going to hear that again this year, ain't we?
Yeah, I mean, 15
Bob Kessling is going to have to say something like that. But anyway.
I don't want to even get into Bob Kessling.
Comment in the comment section any memories you have of John Ward and some anecdotes you have from his radio. We got a lot of young viewers. A lot of them don't even remember John Ward. They've heard the name, obviously, because how can you not hear the name? But we remember him. I know I do, and I know BVD does. But comment, let me know what you thought about John Ward.
If you were a Tennessee fan coming up like we did, you didn't listened to John Ward, you lived John Ward, and he said he's the first person, he's the only person actually I've ever heard say he did not call ball games, he described ball games, because that's what you want an announcer to do. You know, when radio announcing was created, it was for the people that weren't at the games to try and envision what was going on. And he, like Kenny Chesney said in his song, his voice painted us a picture.
Absolutely.
You know,
That was a great song.
yeah. Well, I have nothing else to say about it except, you know what, there's one guy out there that he will be the last person probably to ever see, not necessarily John Ward, but and that's the Gravedigger. And let me tell you something, mister, you don't cheat, all right? You don't cheat. You make sure when you're digging that grave, you give him 6.
That's right. Give him 6. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Go Vols.
We're going 15-0. He promises you that.
I promise you that.